So some people at Christmas time like to watch Christmas films, some people like to listen to Christmas music. Dale likes to read Christmas comics, and today he's going to tell me and you about them.
Yeah, I am.
So Dale,
Yes, Dan.
you have been reading some Christmas comics.
I have indeed. I mean, it's now Boxing Day.
It is.
Christmas has passed, but we're still in the festive spirit. So
We are.
Damn right we are. So I figured I'd bring up some great Christmas books that I've read recently. I kind of went on a bit of a binge in the last week. I just, for some reason, I thought it'd be quite a fun thing to do, and I just read the crap out of them, and boy did I have fun. I mean, the first one I'm going to bring up was probably one of the best comics of 2011 that you read as well,
I did read.
which is Daredevil #7. And I
Yeah.
think that's the perfect way to do a Christmas book.
Yeah.
Because Christmas is the backdrop to this sweet story, which I don't know how much detail to go into.
Well, I mean, the thing is about, I think you're completely right. Christmas is the backdrop. It's a little bit about Christmas, but it's also about all the great things that Christmas is about. You know, it's about kind of goodwill and just
helping everyone out.
helping people out, having faith in people.
Yep.
And it just does it in such a beautiful, elegant, and there was the perfect word, in such a sweet way.
Yeah.
And it's, I think it pretty much, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it pretty much stands on its own in terms of, hey, Christmas comics, the Daredevil Christmas issue.
Well, a book came out, I think it may have been either 2010 or 2011, I'm not sure. Journey into Mystery. It's the Christmas special, and you need to read this.
All right, okay.
So we've got Kid Loki.
Well, I'm going to buy the Journey into Mystery trades because I love Kieran Gillen, and
Yeah, I mean, this is Kieran Gillen's Journey into Mystery, but yeah, you get Kid Loki, and I don't know either side of what's happened, but he sent a hellhound to Hell to attack Mephisto. He didn't like it and killed the hellhound, but it didn't come alone. It had a litter of puppies, little hellhound puppies. One in particular is just screaming, "Death to Asgard, death to Asgard, piss on the rainbow bridge of Asgard," which is, like, it starts off being like, oh, what the fuck is that? And then Loki's mother says, you know, you've either got to get these off to people, or you gotta get rid of them. I'm just gonna be blunt about it. And it's this beautiful story of him trying to get rid of them all, except for this one little one. And he's just like, no, you're gonna be my dog. You're gonna be the best puppy in the world. And you see how that pans out.
Kieran Gillen.
It is adorable.
I can't quite believe what Kieran Gillen has done with Loki.
Oh, it's amazing. Kid Loki is the most, and he's bullied in this book, which is really sad, but you have to read it.
I'm gonna buy. I've got the first trade. I read the first trade, but I'm gonna buy all of them. I really am. And then he did the crossover with Thor just before they ended, and that sounds adorable. That sounds like I would just love it.
You really would. Really, really would.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that will just make you sit there going, oh my God, it's so cute. So another Christmas book I've read, there's 3 more I'm going to mention. First off, Fantastic Four. Because they've always been a kind of jovial team. You know, it's fun, it's light-hearted book, it's family, things like that. But in this particular issue, and the story itself is called Miracle on Yancey Street. The Human Torch has married the wrong woman. She turned out, I think it was a Skrull or something.
Happens.
And then it happens a lot in the Marvel Universe. And then the real woman comes back, but I think she's blind.
Think you know someone?
Skrull happens. I think she's blind, and she's like, you know what, I want nothing to do with any of you. The fact that you could marry someone that wasn't me, thinking it was, you know, I want a fresh start. I've been through hell and back. So, you know, he's going through hard times. Ben, the Thing, is trying to help out one of his friends whose kid's on drugs. He's got to get him off him, and he gets kidnapped by none other than Dr. Doom.
Ben gets kidnapped.
No, the kid gets kidnapped. And he has to join the Yancey gang of like these 5 teenagers who are all like, hey, get out of our turf and all this, to go and rescue this kid.
one of the things I love about Fantastic Four is the Ben Yancey Street
Yeah,
dynamic.
it's great. And this is really the solidifier.
Yeah, it really does add a really elegant layer of depth to the Fantastic Four and to that character in particular. And it's the reason he's my favorite of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But I
But the most beautiful part about the book is, all this is going wrong. Sue and Reed are dead worried. And because at this time they only had one kid, it was Franklin. He's lugging in this giant box, and the Human Torch is like, "What? Why are you bringing all these Christmas decorations in?" He's like, "Because it's Christmas, we have to bring Christmas joy." Yeah, and he's like, "I have to bring Christmas joy to cheer everyone up and all." Oh, it's so adorable. It's absolutely sweet, and that's what I get from all of these books. Is they're just heartwarming, perfect for the season. I mean, Batman. Not someone who should have a Christmas book, really.
No.
Especially in the Danny O'Neill days. It's really not. That was quite a dark time for him. But it's called, I think it's called Silent Night, Murder Night.
Of course
I could be wrong.
Of course it is.
And there's this guy who's going around and he's beating up all these Santas and stealing their charity money. And Batman, he stops him and he's like, "Right, you're coming to prison." He's like, "No, I have reasons for this." And, he's trying to save his daughter who's ill. And it's, that's quite touching. And Batman's like, "That's not enough of a reason." And they end up going on this whole adventure and saving and redemption, which is perfect Batman, is stories of redemption.
The Long Halloween, I guess you could say that has a Christmas issue.
Yeah, suppose it does. Didn't really think about it. I can't remember who the villain was. Oh, it's the Joker, isn't it?
Because isn't it based on each of the holidays?
Yeah.
So there must be. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've read.
Yeah, but there is a definite Christmas issue, which I remember being pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Just fantastic books, and I mean, it does exactly what those TV shows and those films do. I mean,
it's funny because you these Christmas issues. Then I started by saying Daredevil's on its own, but it sounds like it isn't. Because when I think of the Christmas comic,
not at all.
I think of the kind of hokey, let's kind of forget continuity.
Superman's doing the Christmas tree.
There, eating a meatloaf or whatever.
Well, and you get those, but those are on the weaker end of the scale. It's all the ones that are about, they're about things that Christmas is about. Stories of redemption and family and loving one another.
Christmas is about redemption.
Well, for some people, especially when you've been killing Santa Clauses.
Yeah, that's probably too. No, I think you're right, and I think it's something. If done well, we could stand to see more of.
Definitely. I mean, is there any kind of Christmas thing, like tradition, that you watch on the telly? I mean, back in the day, you had the 90s Spider-Man and the X-Men. They used to do their Christmas episodes.
Well, I mean, recently it's been Doctor Who. And I don't know how Doctor Who has become associated with Christmas, but it has. I mean, obviously,
Christmas.
I saw it yesterday. It's awesome.
Dale gave the game away.
It's so good. And and that's come to define Christmas. Oh, the whole family kind of. My mum hates it, but that's come part of it. And I'm like, oh, Doctor Who, Christmas again, and that's just become part of everyone sitting around. Oh, it's the Doctor Who Christmas special.
Do you know what my favourite Christmas special ever was? Batman the Animated Series, the Joker's Christmas special.
With the tree coming out of the prison.
Yep, and for me, it's when Batman and Robin are first going out on patrol, and they're like, we'll get the Joker, we'll come back here and we'll watch It's a Wonderful Life. And Batman just goes, he says, I've never watched that film, I could never get past the title. Just like, that is just beautiful. Fucking Bruce. And by the end of it, he's like, you know what? That wasn't a bad film. And it's just that kind of touching moments with Batman. But that has always been my favourite Christmas special.
Let us know in the comments what yours are. Let us know if you enjoyed the Doctor Who Christmas special. That was awesome. And we hope you had a great Christmas. You'll continue on and have a great New Year. We'll see you before then, of course.
Yeah.
And good to see you then. I already ruined it.
Good to see you then. Merry Christmas.